Hi, Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your front landscape design. Alright, I went with the more optimistic design where I thought we can optimize a little bit of grass here instead of making the whole yard ornamental plants. I'm a grass guy. I think grass in the yard really creates a variation in color, so if we could save grass, I think we should try. I think we should go with Zoysia Palisades, which is going to be the most shade tolerant grass. Also, maybe update and maximize our sprinkler system. To make sure we have effective coverage. That could have been part of the problem before as well. No sprinkler system caused things to maybe die back prematurely. The scaling on this is not exactly correct. Just for simple, it's hard to get a non-surveyed property correct, but it's fairly close. Probably margin of error is probably a couple feet. I'm not sure which direction, but that's about right. Also, the property lines are best guess where they are. It may be off as well, so we may have to make some adjustments on the final plan or during installation. Okay, with that being said, let me start on the left side of the house. So these are bridal wreath spreas, easy to maintain shrub, grows wild, looks pretty. You can trim them every 3 or 4 years if you want to cut them back, but not really required. I have daylilies here and daylilies here. I really like daylilies just because they give a nice bright pop of color at distance. Behind it, just an evergreen shrub here along the house. This is a dwarf Burford holly. It's just an easy to maintain shrub, low maintenance. This is kind of a hot side of the house here, so it's a good just evergreen shrub for filler. This crepe myrtle here will stay in place. Behind these shrubs here, these are dwarf Yopon hollies right here. Then behind that, you'll have hydrangeas. These are limelight hydrangeas, which will take a little bit of sun. This space here gets sun, so that's why I went with limelights here. Okay, I have a yucca as a filler here. Yucca's a great filler plant. Variegated liripe in front here with the gravel. I'm not sure how this will ultimately lay out. It's pretty close. Like I said, scaling may be off, but we may have to shift things over a little bit if we change the walk path. Also, where the walk path meets the circle sidewalk here, we may have to shift it a little bit. It's pretty close, but again, the scaling's off because the survey was incorrect. Okay, right side. This is mondo grass. I repeated the dwarf Yopon hollies, so these shrubs here are repeated here. This is a giant liripe here, which is a great plant. It just gets big and full. Yeah, same thing here, giant liripe. Then behind we have, these could be wood ferns here. I like the wood ferns because they'll give you contrast. No, yeah, let's do wood ferns here. We could do holly ferns, but I think wood ferns are a better option. Then I did a little bit of flagstone just to make it look very natural as it goes around and connects to the gravel. So we got gravel and gravel. The gravel on this side is not exactly to scale. It's a little off just because I wasn't exactly sure where the fence lines with the new measurements. And I did the concrete, so we certainly could try to do the concrete walk path here. There's a little bit of a premium when we do concrete for a house like yours, just for the simple fact that it's not that much concrete. Again, I think I would place an importance on getting the irrigation system correct so everything's watering correctly. I think once we prep the grade and bring in fresh sandy loam compost mix base soil material, I think your yard and grass will thrive. Taking out that retaining wall so it's more natural. Then somewhere along the way we figure out the best way to step it up. Then the last bit of it, if I recall correctly, your walk path is about 38 inches wide. A typical walk path to a front door is 48 inches wide, so it's about 10 inches smaller than a typical. And I actually made this 5 feet wide, so it's 60 inches wide. So I made it grand and bigger. Then a little bit of seating space over here. The limitation on this concrete over here will be the tree, because the tree roots are pretty close. Then making sure we have a little bit of a walk path to get around through here with a walk path. The last thing, which is a good option, we talk about with our clients, is just adding lights. So we have a couple lights back there in the front. Not required, it's just a nice little addition to any excuse me, project. These are RGBW, which is a fancy term for color changing lights. We give you a little remote control and you can make them red, white, and blue, or all pink or all blue, whatever you want. It's a good little option. Their typical light package runs around $1,800 to $2,000 just because the lights that we install are high quality cast brass. They're bronze color, lifetime warranty on the fixture from the manufacturer. It's just a great little light. All right, let me go back to daylight and let you see this at distance. You turn it this way, and lastly this way. Let me go overhead so you can see it. All right, well, let me pause there. I'm gonna send you this video and take a look at it. Send me your feedback. Again, I know this doesn't exactly follow all your notes, but I thought, let me give it a shot this direction first and see what you think. If you're a first-time guest checking out one of our videos and you want more information, you can head to our website at crimsonlandscape.com.